Hi and welcome back. Today we're going to start off a series that is spring related. Since everybody is starting to get outside as the weather gets nicer, I want to focus on things that we can do to keep ourselves safer when we're outdoors. More than just being a nuisance, mosquitoes can actually carry some very serious infections. West Nile virus, and depending on where you travel, potentially malaria or Zika, among many others. So, how do we go about protecting ourselves from mosquitoes? One is make sure that you're protected, especially when you're outside either at dawn or dusk, because that's when mosquitoes really like to gather. They seem to be more attracted to some people than others. I think they're attracted to me because I'm so sweet. Other things we can do to make the environment more friendly around us is avoid things that have standing water, like bird baths or rain barrels. You want to make sure that mosquitoes either can't get into those places or you drain them frequently. In addition, wear light colored clothing because those little biters are not as attracted to lighter colors. What kind of bug deterrent should we use? Well, DEET is the most effective. Some people don't like to apply DEET. They like to stay with things that are more natural, and so they will go for things like citronella, perfectly acceptable. Sometimes it's not enough. The little bug bands that you can get usually are not enough. Sometimes people will use fabric dryer sheets. I remember several years ago I would send my kids outside with bracelets and dryer sheets and citronella and anything we could get our hands on because I wanted to avoid DEET, and usually they would just wind up coming back covered in bug bites. So there are others like Picardin that are available, and you might prefer to use something like that. The bug zappers are very handy to have around if you have an electricity source or if you have the rechargeable ones charged up and ready to go. So when you choose whichever kind of bug deterrent you're going to use, you want to make sure that you reapply frequently because it does tend to wear off, especially if you're sweating a lot or in any water-based activities. Keep in mind that DEET interferes with sunscreen. So if you are going on a hike or going to be someplace that you're going to be also wearing sunscreen, keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you put this on exposed skin and clothes. You don't need to put bug spray on the skin that's already covered up. Make sure that you get yourself all covered, but you don't have to saturate yourself. You don't need to walk around with that oily mess all over you. So how do I know if I have one of these arthropod or mosquito-borne diseases? Well, if you haven't been exposed to somebody who either has flu or COVID or some other infectious disease, and you had several mosquito bites, or you've been in an area where you know that one of these things is going on, then you want to watch out for fever, body aches, muscle pains, sometimes a rash, and you'll feel pretty sick if you have something like this. So keep an eye out. Keep yourself protected. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.